Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the regularly scheduled meeting of the Municipal Board of Adjustment. My name is Baron Puccio, I'm the chair. Today is January 14, 2005. And Madam Clerk, would you call the roll, please?
Baron Puccio,
Here.
John Haxby,
Here.
Dwayne Adams,
Here.
Bob Stewart.
Here.
Also present is Jamie Hines, Municipal Staff Support, Lisa Slusner, Municipal Staff Support, and Patrice Weinmeister, Assistant to the Assembly Council. We have a quorum.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. The next item on the agenda is to approve the agenda. You've received that earlier today, at least, no, last week actually. Have you had a chance to look at it? Is there anything that needs to be added, changed, deleted, amended?
No, it looks good from my standpoint.
Good? Wayne?
Looks good.
Okay. Seeing no changes, no proposed changes, it is approved. Minutes of the previous meeting. I thought I was the only one who hadn't seen the minutes, but apparently nobody else did
First time
either,
I've
so
seen
I
it,
will
yeah.
entertain a motion to simply postpone this to the next meeting in view of the fact that it requires a comparison between the minutes that are now before us and the resolution that we passed.
So moved. Second.
Has been moved and seconded to postpone the approval of the minutes of the previous meeting. Any discussion? Seeing none, any objection? Passed unanimously. Any old business? Any old business that we can think of? Anybody? Seeing none, I don't have anything. Let us move on to new business. Reorganization of the Board of Adjustment. You know that once a year, the board needs to elect a chair and a vice chair. This has not really happened for a while because we have had very few meetings. In fact, there weren't any meetings for 2 years that I can recall. So I've been, by default, been taking care of things. Anyway, I will entertain a motion to elect a chair.
I'll move to elect Barrett again as a chair. Keep him where he sits.
And go ahead, second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to.
I move that nomination cease.
Right.
Second?
Okay.
You are doing a good job, Barry.
Well, you think so?
Yeah,
Okay.
we
All
like
right.
it just where you are, Barrett.
You do?
Then we can
Okay.
keep an eye on you.
All right. Any objection to having me serve as chair for another year? Hearing none, it is unanimously agreed. Regarding a vice chair, I move to nominate Bob Stewart.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded, and somebody needs to close nomination.
Close nomination?
No,
Okay.
you can't do that.
No, you
seconded it.
can't do that because you seconded it.
Move to
Okay.
close nominations based on the eye I got from
Oh,
Vern.
all right.
You're
All
welcome.
right. Okay.
Well, we need a good
Nominations
one.
are closed. Any discussion regarding the nomination of Bob Stewart to serve as vice chair? And I take it you're willing to do that?
Yes.
Good, all right. Hearing no objections, it's unanimously agreed that Bob Stewart serve as vice chair for a period of 1 year or until his successor has been elected and qualified. Next, the annual disclosure of present economic interest. Now, Lisa, you need to help us out here. That is a form that we need to sign, is it not?
Yes, and you all signed them last year, but there's an annual requirement to have those forms turned in.
Do you have one with you?
I did bring the last year's, and I also brought your appointment and your term ending dates. So John, there's yours from last year, and here is a blank for this year with your dates there. Barrett, here is yours, and
Right.
also with your dates.
Thank you, thank you.
And also Bob and Dwayne, we are going to accept yours. And if you wouldn't mind, could you sign again on this date for 2015? I brought yours with, and we will do, what is it, Jamie, a nunc pro tunc? So.
There's no T. It's just milk.
Nunc pro tunc, yeah, okay, there we go. So, if you wouldn't mind just redating and signing, then we'll
So-
want this to be for this year.
So Lisa, you want us to do this right now, right?
I'd like to do, I'm gonna do mine now.
Oh, good.
I just want to get it out of the way because otherwise it's gonna just sit there and go somewhere else.
I didn't want you to have to produce your C attached again, so I thought this was the easiest way.
Appreciate not having to do that again. It's a lot of work.
And besides, just went before the Board of Ethics today and was accepted, so it's a done deal.
So, when was I confirmed, Lisa?
So the first date on that pink sticky note should be your
Oh,
confirmation date.
Thank you, okay.
And could you scan and just email me a copy?
Oh, yeah.
Just so I have one for my
Absolutely.
records.
Thank you. Thank you, Bob.
I have that.
Okay.
You all done with that? The record should reflect that three of us have signed the declaration. And I guess, Dwayne, you haven't signed because you just did one already.
I did update it to today's
Okay.
date though.
All right, so that should take care of item 6A2 of the agenda. Board of Adjustment appointments. Dwayne, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to the group. I hope you will find this interesting and challenging at times. The cases that come before this board usually are complex. There is no very simple answer to them. And so we appreciate your willingness to put in the time that's required to
Thank you.
make the necessary decisions.
And what do you do, Dwayne?
I'm a landscape architect. I work for someone now. I was with USKH Engineering firm, now Stone Tech. Served them 4.5 years, ran my own business for 20 years, and then couple different engineering firms, 3 different engineering firms, I guess, military experience before that, so been here since 77, I guess, something like that.
Great.
What kind of military were you in?
Air Force
Air
at
Force.
Elmendorf in Southern California before that.
It's good choice, they're management oriented.
I like the Air Force,
I'm
to a point.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening carefully. Did you mention that you served on P&Z? for quite a
Yes,
while?
I did serve P&Z for 6 years, so I do have that experience. I prepared information for one of the cases you saw last year, so I'm a little familiar with the Board of Adjustment. I actually did go into some old cases, that the information that's available online, just to see what kind of information is there and all that. And so have that basis of understanding.
You,
When were you with P&Z?
Excuse me.
When were you with P&Z?
Boy, through the comp plan, so it's probably been 6 years or so since I've been there, something like that. So 2000 to 2006 or 2002 through 2008, something along those lines.
Okay.
So it's been a while.
Good.
No, I do
Little
have that experience. I also, as a, which enters into some of the discussions we'll have over the years, I guess, is I do still currently work on cases that may come before this. The one that I thought would come up was the South High School, and there was every indication it was going to be appealed, but my understanding is that probably won't be appealed. So, the MLAP case was one you recently saw. So, I do on occasion have conflicts of interest, although those are pretty much diminishing and hopefully will disappear as I try to move outside of that.
Yeah, because we want you to serve.
That's right.
We
That's
don't
right.
want you to tuck off.
Just to refresh your memory, by the way, Dwayne represented MEA in that case that we heard last.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
That was a tough
I
one.
thought I remember.
So
seeing
you were
that.
representing MEA.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd say, well, that's a
Well,
closed
that's-
case, right?
Yes, but we should not talk about
Oh.
details.
Not on
Please.
the merits.
Please, don't talk about it.
Too bad.
So, yes, I agree.
Yeah, I immediately went to that one to see. Saw my name many times in the findings, actually.
Okay. Well, again, welcome to the board, and
Thank you.
I hope you find your service rewarding here. We certainly appreciate your willingness to serve, because there is, as you see here from the agenda, there is another vacancy, and so at least we have the ability to substitute one person if there's a conflict right now. But please keep your eyes open, ears open, spread the word.
I took two stabs at it, Baron, and I was
Yeah.
unsuccessful.
It's not easy to find new people. All right, the next item on the agenda is oaths of officers. And I checked with Lisa and I said, we've never done this before. And she said, well, we need to do it. And the 2 others have already sworn, so Lisa is right now ready to administer the oath of office to both John and Bob.
Okay.
Constitution of the United States, I do.
No, we are not dealing with it.
Kind of like that.
And Bob?
Oh, how about that? Jeez.
Okay, so if you wouldn't mind standing. And if you'll raise your right hand and repeat after me. I solemnly swear
I solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of
the
Alaska,
Constitution of the State of Alaska,
and the Charter of Anchorage,
and the Charter of Anchorage,
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
of the Board of
of
Adjustment
the Board of Adjustment
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Thank you very much. And if you'll sign, I will sign them and put the seal on them. And we'll be done with that forever, because if I have this on file, we never have to do this again as long as you're serving. I have Barrett's.
Or black ink.
Huh?
Does it make any difference?
Blue if you have it. Or, well, blue, I prefer, yes.
Could you scan me one of those two, please?
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
Good deal. All done?
Yes.
All right, very
We're
good.
Street Eagle.
Yes. What does that do to previous decisions?
Oh, God,
Well, wait and see.
Baron, really?
just
Really?
hope- I
Did
just
you
hope-
just say that?
Just hope they don't appeal.
The next item on the agenda is to set an appeal schedule for the next case that has been filed. That's 2014-5. And Lisa, do you have the schedule? You usually have a sheet.
Yes, there's a timeline in your agenda packet. It should be the last thing in the,
Oh,
the agenda
there it is.
package is a skinny
Yep,
package
yep,
with a
yep.
paper clip.
Yep.
And the last, it has the salmon colored top.
Yep.
Dwayne, okay, there you go.
So, to get into this, if you will turn to that sheet that Lisa has prepared, it's entitled Appeal to Board of Adjustment Timeline in Case 2014-05. You will see that the last date for reply brief filing is February the 10th. Assuming there is no continuance requested and/or granted, usually we have a hearing about 6 weeks after that. And 6 weeks after that would be, according to my schedule, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, would make it towards the end of March. Okay, and since we usually meet on Wednesdays or Thursdays, I see from my calendar that's not available because that's April. So we are talking about probably April 1 or 2. So 2 questions arise. First of all, Patrice, can you tell me what Julia's schedule may be?
As far as I know, she will be here.
Okay.
I know she's gonna have some time in February.
Does
that
she
she's gonna
have
be here.
anything in particular cooking that would not enable her to do her bench memo in a timely manner?
Other than elections, and then,
Oh, when is the election? That is the 2nd, isn't it? Or is it 2nd of
the
April?
7th.
7th.
On
Is there
Tuesday.
usually something cooking right before
You know,
the election?
It's just one of those things where you kind of leave it open because things come up, you know? I mean, she assists, but she's not necessarily directly in it.
Well, would it make sense to schedule something for that time frame?
Yes.
You would think so?
I would think so, yes.
Okay, all right. Well, then the next question is, assuming hypothetically that we agree on that, on either one of those dates, are all of you available at that time?
I think so. On the 2nd, you said?
Yes, 1st or 2nd of April.
2nd would be best for me, probably.
Okay.
The 2nd is fine.
2nd would be fine. Dwayne?
Second is fine.
Okay, all right. So you're all available on one of those dates, and I am too, as far as I know. So then we need to agree on who is going to be excused from that one. Because remember, we need to have a panel of 3. We can't have a panel of 4. That just doesn't work. And we have traditionally just done it with 3 members present. So, what I would like to see, I must tell you, quite frankly, is I would like Dwayne to sit on that case.
I'll step out. It's fine.
Is that okay with you?
Totally fine.
Okay.
Yeah. No sweat. Do you still want me at the meeting on April 2nd?
No, there wouldn't be any reason for you to show up.
No problem. It's
Okay.
fine, be happy to step up.
Okay,
This one the Nordstrom one I'll stick on because I've done a lot of the work on that already. So.
oh, yeah. No, you are on that one.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's no question about it. All right, so we have a hearing panel, and the schedule should reflect that the hearing panel to hear the appeal in case 2014-5 is myself, Bob Stewart, and Dwayne Adams. And now then, we can set for sure the hearing date. And what I've previously heard is that you are comfortable with April 2. Dwayne,
Yes.
is that a good date for you?
Yes, it
And
is.
Bob, it is for you too? Okay, and it is for me too. And so why don't we do this? Why don't we tentatively say that April 2 at 5:30 is the time to consider case 2014-5. That is subject, however, to Julia coming back and saying, hey, I can't do a bench memo in a timely manner, or I will not be available, or something like that. But for the time being, let's leave it scheduled for that time. Okay? Next, we were going to hear the appeal in 2014-4, that is this year's mall case, and as you all know, due to Julia's absence, that has to be postponed because Julia is really an integral part of the deliberations, and so it wouldn't make any sense for us to consider the case if our counsel is not available. You have been polled informally before, and you have indicated that February 18 is still available, and that means it is the three of us, that's myself and Bob Stewart and John Haxby, and I just want to confirm that that's so. Still available? All right, then I will entertain a motion to postpone consideration of case 2014-4 to February 18.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Any objection? Seeing none, it's unanimously approved. There is a note here regarding the date to reconvene the board to adopt the findings in that case. What we have always done is that we have set that date following the deliberations on the case on appeal. And so we simply leave it at that, and we will set a date then, because again, it depends on Julia's availability to draft the decision. Okay, I don't think we need to take any action. Okay. Any comments? Next item on the agenda is item number 7. Member comments? Anything? No?
Just glad to see you on board, Dwayne.
Yeah, I'm glad that there's 4 of us at least.
Yes.
The Planning and Zoning Commission and the Urban Design Commission and several of those other boards are just perpetually short, and it's very damaging.
It is.
It
Yeah.
does
It's
not
tough.
allow due process.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
simply put.
Yeah, it really is.
There's a lot of work that goes into these things.
It does.
It's very expensive. These are, decisions that
Mhm.
affect people, they have, neighborhoods, they affect people who are trying to make investments, and, it's not good for the climate of development, nor is it good for neighbors.
Exactly.
You don't know
Exactly.
how things are going to go.
That reminds me, Lisa, have you advised the parties in the case that we just postponed? That
Yes,
it
I
has been
have.
postponed?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so they are aware of it,
Yes.
and you told them why, or did you just say it was postponed?
I just said that it was postponed. If they needed to know why, they could contact
Okay,
me, so.
all right.
Oh, one
Okay.
question for you, Bear.
Yeah.
Even though that we haven't approved these minutes,
Mhm.
our finding is approved.
Oh,
correct?
absolutely it is.
Okay, so.
That's all done.
So the school district and those guys can go battle it out in Supreme Court or wherever they're going.
Yes, and I have not heard that there has been an appeal filed. And the time is up.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Time is long.
Well, they found 22 million. school district found
Did they?
22 million out of thin air.
Well, the money for the road improvement is included in one of the, is on the wish list, I understand.
Well, they
It's
just
being
found
sent to
22 million
Juno.
bucks, 22 million bucks that they didn't know where it came from.
Well, it means there's two sources for the money.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
then they.
Well, the question is whether they're going to use it for that case, you know?
Oh,
for that
I
road.
understood. They know. I heard the wish list the next day. Well, we've got this wish list and that wish list. I thought there ain't any road in there.
There was.
No, not in that one. Not on the 22 million. They found 22 million
Oh,
bucks.
in the 22 million. No,
In
no,
the
no, but
22
it's in the wish list that is going to Juno.
Oh,
That's where it
Christ.
is.
Yeah, I think there's a difference in operating funds and capital improvements.
Well, this-
too, so.
So
Would
it-
this be an operating fund or a capital fund?
Well, I would
Road
think it would be.
they could put it anywhere they want.
That has to be capital, so it rolls
Yeah.
over. Otherwise, if it's operational,
Oh,
it's my
it-
understanding it doesn't
it
roll over
dies.
every year.
Yes,
No.
Well,
So the
if it's
appeal
part
period
of
is
the cap-
done now.
yes, it is.
So they're
It is.
so they didn't.
And apparently there was no appeal.
No, there was not.
Awesome.
It is awesome.
Good result.
I think we did a good job. We should pat ourselves on the back.
We did a damn good job. is
Oh,
what we
yeah.
did.
Are you aware of this case?
Yes, I am. I'm working on a drainage project to a degree that is related to this. Mr. Bassin, I've known Joe for many years and have worked with him
Okay.
on his drainage basin,
Yeah.
which is another one that's involved, as well as the school, and I orchestrated the public involvement, which he did
Yeah.
not shy from explaining.
Yeah.
The
He had no choice, that guy.
vagaries.
Yeah.
Good for us.
Well,
Did a
I think
damn
it
good
was
job.
Oh, I think we did. Okay. Let's not get into
Come
the
on,
merits
I will
of
give
that,
you the
but,
school district's
one of the-
perspective.
Yes, yes.
I know what their perspective
Did you
is.
ever
Just a
get-
moment,
Was
please.
laid out.
Did you ever get a answer to your letter that you submitted to the assembly?
For money?
Stipend?
On this, I never submitted one for a stipend, no.
Oh.
What it was to have money available to, what was it?
Miscellaneous stuff.
Yeah.
If you needed to
and I-
hire counsel.
To
or-
hire counsel, that's what it was.
Oh, is that
And
what it
I
was?
did
Oh,
get a letter
okay.
from, I need to dig it out. Pat Flynn sent me a response, in essence saying, there are funds there, don't worry.
Oh, okay.
So,
So does that
if-
mean you have the authority to set up
well,
a
if
party?
Julia can't do it, yeah, we can, we can order dinners from, the Captain Cook, as far as I'm concerned.
Perfect.
And Pat will pay.
This is a lot better than planning and zoning commission,
Excellent.
I can tell you that.
Oh, we're a little less formal here. He jabs me every meeting, so I deserve
But,
it.
no, I think we just go ahead and, any hesitation that we had to hire somebody, if Julia is not available, and really, apparently is not an issue.
Okay.
So
Good.
Oh,
I
that's
feel
good.
good about that. Because we have had, remember, from Cliff Grove's office, we had, help me out here with the name of the lady who has been filling in.
Cusco.
Sally Cusco.
Sally, yeah.
Sally Cusco does a really good job when Julia is not available.
Right.
And she has lots of experience. She has done this a lot.
Yeah.
So we should not hesitate to turn to her if there's a conflict that Julia has, or if she can't do things in what we consider a necessary timeline.
No, Sally did a great job.
Yeah.
Oh, and
I do
Barrett,
too.
I'm thinking of something else while we're sitting here. The council, outside council, and for verbatim transcripts.
Oh,
Wasn't that
that's
part
what
of it?
prompted
Yeah.
it. That's
Mhm.
what prompted it. Yes,
Mhm.
yes. Okay. So we should be okay. I mean, I know it was Barbara who was concerned about the money aspect for
We were going to-
transcripts.
We were thinking we would have to do an appropriation,
Yeah,
and as it turns out, apparently there's money.
there's money there.
Mhm.
Who knows where it is? But Pat knows.
It's the school district.
Yeah. Okay, the last item on the agenda is audience participation, and anybody who wishes to participate may make comments, but it may not concern adjudicatory matters before this board. Seeing none, that issue is moot tonight. Anything else for the good of the order? If not,
Nope.
we are adjourned.
Excellent.